Shout to the hood box office, nigga. They gonna tell you the news, blow your fuse, put your bitch under some new rules. I let your motherfucking boy Montana. Yo, what's poppin'? Your boy Fresh Montana, chopped and screwed, dope man. You already know. Shout to the hood box office, nigga.
All right, first of all, this is your boy Pimp Class. I would like to welcome you to lesson number 2, Law 2, get a name in the game. One of the reasons why we chose this particular chapter for this particular day is because we have some individuals here today at the Pimp College that has obviously made a name for themselves, and we truly honor what they have done. So basically, if you have this book, I want you to go to page 14. This is the book, The 48 Laws of the Game by me, Pimp Ken, /Pimpology. So if you don't have the book, go right now to thisispimpin.com or log on to Amazon.com and copy this book now so you can follow me. Or you can join the Pimp College. You can follow me through the audio book, which what happens is you pay the $14.95. Once you pay the $14.95, we instantly send you a code with the secret code and the secret site where you can access all my material. Exactly. Now, when I think about getting a name in the game, I got to think about my father. When I was a very young hothead, my father was known as Johnny Slick throughout the taverns and bars up and down Madison and on 63rd in Chicago. You know, everybody knew my daddy. And my daddy used to always come to us and make me and my little brother sit down. He used to always tell us about, I'm Johnny Slick, I'm Johnny Slick. Nigga, you know my name, I'm Johnny Slick, say my name. And he used to make us say his name constantly and continuously because he wanted to embed in our heads that he was Johnny Slick for whatever reason. But once I got of age, around 14, when I had to get out there and really maneuver, and I had to use my father's name to get by and to get in certain places, I seen that my father's name was very important. And not only did he have a good name, but his name was almost good as gold. And even the Bible says a good name is better than gold and silver. So I was able to use my father's name to get by, but that taught me the benefit and the importance of having a good name in this game. Because not only did my father have a name, my teacher, Mr. Jim Danny, he had a big name in the game. My uncle Greasy, he was big. He was one of the first dudes to have an Eldorado with a phone in the city, you know what I'm saying, in Milwaukee back in the day. He had a name in the game. You know, people like Bishop Don Juan had a name in the game. These were the people I grew up, you know, Rob Robertson, you know, Tommy Dixon, Father Divine. All these people had a name in the game. So I knew that was important to get a name in the game. So my second law, the second chapter in this book, Pimpology, the 48 Laws of the Game, 48 Laws of the Game, Pimpology, is get a name in the game. So once I was able to get a name in my hometown in Milwaukee, I eventually had to go to New York. And when I went to New York was kind of a big test for me. And being in New York and being all these big players and hustlers was there, I said, Ken, how can you get a name in the game? So I created some very ingenious ways, some very slick, kind of pimpish, mackish ways in order to, you know what I'm saying, me get my name out there. You know, every time I would knock a nigga for his bitch, I used to give him a banana in a newspaper, a Wall Street Journal. I said, nigga, it's in the news, your bitch just have been peeled. You understand what I'm saying? And if that didn't satisfy him, I'll go to Walgreens, or I'll go to the local store, I'll get a bottle of ketchup, and I put the ketchup by his tire. I said, nigga, you need to catch up, because my game is thick as hide, and yours will never be thick as mine. Not only that, another way I used to get my name in the game back in those early days when I was on the track pimping in New York, I used to throw payday candy bars at niggas' bitches and say, you know, try to hit the whole ass with a candy bar. Hey, bitch, make it a Pimp Ken payday. And the bitches would go tell their niggas, and the niggas would be like trying to figure out who the fuck is this nigga, you know, sitting around here disrespecting these hoes and shit like that. But I wanted the name in the game, so I didn't give a fuck. I was hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? I was hungry. I was hungry just like the man whose stomach touches his back. You know what I'm saying? I had to have it, man, and I had to have it straight up off that motherfucking track. And then when niggas, you understand me, would come in, they would even confront me about this sucker ass shit that they said I was doing. But I didn't think it was no sucker ass shit. I thought I was trying to get a name in my game. What I would do is I would get them a lollipop. And I would tell them, here, man, take this. And they said, what's this for? I said, it's for you, sucker. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even make them more. But what it did, it kept my name spreading throughout the industry. It kept my name real, real big. So when I decided to get into the entertainment business, which was about 15 years ago when HBO came to me with the Pimps Up, Hoes Down demonstration. What I said, okay, cool. I said, what I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying, is I'm going to, link myself up with all the people that's in the entertainment business. I'm going to go to Atlanta, and that's what I did. I went to Atlanta. Upon entering Atlanta, I just bypassed all the celebrities, and I shook hands with every square, every average layman in the town. After doing that for about 3 or 4 months, people began to, who is this dude keep shaking my hand? And then they soon found out that I was kin. So now, after a while, because of the game that I employed, they started shaking my hands. I mean, people see me and they start shaking my hands. Now, I got Jermaine Dupri, I got Too Short, I got all these guys on the sideline checking it out. They had already heard about me, but I'm trying to build my name up in the town now. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in Atlanta. I'm up in the entertainment capital of the world at this time. You know what I mean? It was popping, so I had to bust some serious game. So, you know what I'm saying? In order to get a name in the game, I had to go purposely and just shake random people's hands just so they could say, man, I know this cat. Now, once the celebrity scene, everybody knew me. When I go in the VIP or when I walk in 112, I walk in Magic City, everybody shaking my hand. All these guys that I see in the club for the last 3 months, they all walking up to me. You know what I'm saying? These guys in the VIP, they wonder, wow, who is this dude? Oh, that's Pimp Ken, that dude from Pimps Up, Hoes Down. So now everybody wants to fuck with me. You understand me? And I had a plan. You understand me? My plan was, once I got them to fuck with me, was to tell them, man, listen, man, y'all need to get me on y'all CDs. Y'all need to get me on y'all DVDs. Y'all need to get me in y'all videos. You understand me? And they thought I just wanted to get on their DVDs and CDs videos. But really what I wanted to do, my intended purpose was to build my motherfucking name. Man, how can my name not get built if I'm on Jermaine Dupri album? If I'm on Too Short album, if I'm on 50 Cent album, if I'm in 50 Cent video, if I'm in Little John video and Little John album, and millions of people buying that shit. You understand me? It was all game. But you understand me? I had to use the game and the knowledge that I had in order to get a name in the game. And that's exactly what I did. And I talked about that in this book. And like I said on page 14, it simply says, when you first come into the game, nobody pays attention. Nobody pays attention when you first come in the game. You got to keep your name popping until others keep it popping for you. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When I did my first party in Milwaukee, didn't nobody really know who I was. You know what I'm saying? But what I did was I got so many flyers and posters. And I would go out there every day, and I would get everybody a poster, everybody a flyer. I would put them all in the store. After a while, people got to see me for a while. Then the district, the DJs, they'd see me. I'll ride past. And you know, they'll ride past and they'll see my picture at the radio station. And then next thing you know, they see me in the club. They're like, what's up, man? No, yeah, man, I'm Pimp Ken, man. You don't remember me? You know what I'm saying? The guy who had the big posters everywhere. Oh, yeah. I was getting a name in the game. All the bitches began to know me. All the niggas began to know me and fear me. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I even went a little deeper than that. Man, I had me some potato chips made. And I put my picture on the potato chips, and I put my potato chips throughout the whole club. So everybody can find out who the fuck I was. And, you know, they eating potato chips, but really what they was eating, they was eating some pimp chips. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just little small shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to put my name on lighters and just give people lighters. I had my name on pens. I used to give people pens, and people would be writing, and all the time they be seeing my name. And they didn't know after a while through subliminal suggestion and through constantly, you know, putting it in their head, you know what I'm saying? I actually built my name. And that's how you got Pimp and Ken. Now, I want to, you know, just quote one more thing in the book, you know what I'm saying, since we're going from the book. It also goes, it says, a name is nothing unless people can associate it with something extraordinary. Okay, when you think of Pimp and Ken, what do you think about? Pimps Up, Hoes Down. That was my extraordinary event in my life. But there was a whole bunch of other extraordinaries that I capitalized and used as a means to go with that. But to give you a more extensive understanding with it, if you look at Coca-Cola, you look at Jay-Z, you look at P. Diddy, you look at Hood Box Office, you know what I'm saying? You look at Up North Records, you look at my man D-Lo who's sitting here with me, you know what I'm saying? My man TP over there, you know what I'm saying? If you look at these players, and you look at these people who built the name for themselves, actually what they're doing is they're building the brand. And that's what I want to tell all you young players out there. Your name is your brand. Your brand is like Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's say a billion served. They really mean a billion served. No matter where you go on the highway, you could be traveling miles and miles and miles. You see that arc? You gonna stop? If you want some McDonald's, you wanted to. I'll be petty, special sauce, lettuce, pickle, onion, sesame bun. You gonna stop at McDonald's? You understand me? If you see that King with that burger, you gonna stop at Burger King. If you see that taco, you gonna stop at Taco Bell. If you see certain symbols, if you see that Cash Money record sign, if you want to go get some Lil Wayne, you're looking for that Young Money or that Cash Money sign. So that's what a name is all about. So I got a brother here with me, Dloc, who did millions on the internet. Dloc, why don't you tell them, how you feel since you got a name in the game and where you want to take your name to?
Man, shit, I'm trying to take my name to the highest level first off, you know what I'm saying? But how I got a name in the game was really just being myself, fucking with real niggas, you know what I'm saying? Doing real things. Whatever you do, keep it 100. Keep it 100 plus 7. You know what I'm saying? That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers gonna love you for keeping it real. You know what I mean? But what I see was back in like 04, pimp. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with my nigga King, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Pimp P, you know what I mean? My nigga brought me the dope man, you know what I mean? And from there, my nigga dope man just took off with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do, I'm taking him around the hood with me. You know what I'm saying? He fucking with me on the daily. And that's how I got out there. You know what I'm saying?
And so now that you got a name in the game, right? And I want you young people to understand this because, he built his name up on the internet. Now that you got a name in the game, a lot of people pay you to come to their parties and to their cities and stuff like that just to represent because, of who you are, right?
Exactly. At the end of the day, get paid for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But whatever what you're doing, just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hell yeah, people pay me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about that dollar. Okay,
now, you know what I'm saying? That's just, another person I want to, talk about. He don't like to be on camera, but Dope Man, he came to me about 04 too. He was explaining to me about this internet shit. And, I didn't understand nothing about no motherfucking internet, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, TP? I didn't know nothing about no internet, but he was like, man, Ken, this is the new thing. And so what I did was, I got with him. And like I said, in order to have a name, you got to have something extraordinary to connect to it. And me and him together, we did millions on the internet, just like you and him doing now. And because of that, that brand that I built years ago, it allowed me, in order to transform that brand, just like McDonald's or Sears or Burlington or whoever, they had transferred their name over to a commercial, they'd be transferring my name over to the internet. So that's just a classical case of what I'm talking about here at Pimp College is that, you can actually, build a name 20 years from now, and the name could be so good and it could be so powerful like the Bishop Don Juan. To this day, I heard they're doing a life story on him. I heard that he's going to go do Jersey Shore because he built his name years ago. He built his brand. The brand is important. You know what I'm saying? If you're into music, you got to realize that, nobody's going to buy your music unless it's a brand name. So another person I want to introduce you to who is a good dude of mine, you know what I'm saying? He's formerly was with Max B. Y'all heard about Max B. Max B is another guy who branded himself pretty well. And this person I'm talking about is no one other than TP, and he's also on the Pimp College. He's gonna chop it up with y'all about how he built his name and how he continued to build his name too.
First of all, I want to touch on branding. You know what I mean? A lot of times, the young people or people who are not in the business don't really understand branding. Branding is low. To put it in simpler terms, is like Pimp Ken said. The golden arches, you know what I mean? It's like a logo, it's a brand, you know what I'm saying? So that anytime anybody sees it, they don't have to think, they just can know. You know what I'm saying? And we all know knowing better is choosing better, you know what I'm saying? So if you got a good brand, you got a good product, and you need to make sure you push that and make sure people that they can see it. You know what I'm saying? As far as me, businesses, that's what I do. I own several LLCs, and I'm real big on trademarking and branding and making sure that I, tie everything all together. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to coincide, and, basically making a name for yourself is, the way you come in is the way you're going to go out. So you have to figure out what it is that you want to do and how to present yourself in a big way. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your competition high. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your goals high. I always say shoot for the moon. So if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. You know what I mean? And I kind of got my name you know, for just handling business at all times. You know what I'm saying? Being real business oriented, staying down. You know what I mean? Not compromising my beliefs, and you know, staying at my money, man. You know what I mean? Trying to make people happy. You know, creating win-win situations, you know what I'm saying, is doing good business, you know what I'm saying? The difference between a businessman and a con man is, you know what I'm saying, a businessman delivers, you know, and that's me, you know what I'm saying? I don't con nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about big business, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I basically made a name for myself, you know, staying down on these tracks. I started off staying down on these tracks, you know, 20 different cities, you know what I mean? Cross-country pimping, man, you know what I mean? Staying down for the cake, you know what I'm saying? Definitely made a name for myself, so that when I got over into the business world, you know what I'm saying, I was respected, you know, for staying down and getting money. You know, in these days, you know, it's big business now, you know what I mean? It's not pimping. We not, you know, it's still pimping, but we not calling it pimping. We calling it big business because it's leading us to so many other things. And that's the main reason why I wanted to, you know, get into business, you know, get into this rap game, you know what I'm saying? I own Up North Records, you know what I'm saying, with distributed by Universal, either you in or not, you know what I mean? And, you know, what made me want to do that is so that I could take my game to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying, with this pimping, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I can advertise myself at all times, everywhere, you know what I'm saying, about this pimping, which is now big business now. So I can advertise my business anywhere at all times. I can put you in the car, I can put you on the TV screen, I can get you on a poster in your barbershop, you know what I mean? Now that's pimping, you know what I'm saying, which leads to big business.
And let me say this here, man. For you young brothers out there that's still in the street, let me give y'all the pimp side. Now, I don't want to condone pimping, because I don't want nobody to go out there and pimp based on nothing that I say. Because if you pimp based on what I say, then you miss pimping. Pimping got to be in you and not on you. So for all those people who out there who has a misconception, who said that we're teaching pimping, let me just say this once again. We are not teaching pimping. But for you guys out there, when I was young and I was out there on the track, you know what I mean, I was really, you know what I mean, mashing and crashing and taxing and asking, hey, man, one thing that I had to do in order to get a name on the track, man, you know what I'm saying, is I had to make sure that I kept me some fly jewels. You know what I'm saying? I tried to, you know, keep me some fly gators. I tried to keep my pimp tools. I had to keep my whips, you know what I'm saying, totally, you know what I'm saying, me immaculate. I mean, when I came down, a bitch had to say, damn, you know what I'm saying, there he go. And because I was able to keep myself up to par, because I was knocking niggas for their bitches, and because I was starting, you know, calling them and serving them and blowing their fuse and giving them the news and letting them know, man, you know what I'm saying, me, she could break the plate tonight because, you know what I'm saying, me, you know, the other bitch ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? If that's the only bitch, man, then you holeless and doleless. I mean, that's how I operated back then. You know, like my man TP said, before, you know, we was in the business, we was out there using these same tactics in a negative manner to the point where we weren't able to, you know what I'm saying, apply them to, you know, a positive manner. Now that we in the business world, in the world of big business, now we use those same tactics. You know, when we go out there, we wear business suits. You know what I'm saying? When we go and we have our meetings, we hold our meetings, you know, even if we ain't got on big suits, we got on big jewels. You know, we show some signs of success. Because when people see you looking successful, they tend to believe that you're successful. You know, like even the brother Chopper once said. He said, you know, the reason why Puffy is where he at, because nobody believes a broke nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you broke and you telling the story, nobody believes you. But if you got a bankroll, if you Puffy, you got 300 million, no matter what you say, if Puffy put on a fake earring or a fake Cuban zirconium because he don't want to get robbed or he don't feel safe, then nobody will believe that it's fake. But if I put it on or somebody else put it on, guess what? Man, this shit ain't real. So, you know what I'm saying, me? That's another thing that we did in the game. You know what I'm saying? We made sure that our jewels was real. You know what I'm saying? We made sure we had some of the finest hoes. You know what I'm saying? We made sure that every day we got out there and we rode that blade and we rode that track. Just like we make sure that we get out there and we market and we promote our brand. We make sure that we got billboards. We make sure that we got publicists. We make sure that we got access to Cheddar, access to Hip Hop Weekly, access to any of the news publications, whether it's media, print media, or whether it's video or whatever. We make sure that we keep our name out there at all times. The same way I used to do it when I was on the track. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Dudes, you know what I'm saying, man, Ken, how did you get picked all the time? Because I kept my name in the hat. When the bitch was trying to choose, she could reach in the hat and find my name. You know what I'm saying? I used to try to put more numbers, more names in the hat than the average dude. So even if she picked with her eyes closed, she still come up with Pimp and Ken. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, how we did it on the street level. But, you know, we ain't on that now. We're on the business level. So just to give you street guys an example, like you say, man, how did this apply to me, man? I'm on some pimping. Well, I'm telling you, man, hey, man, no matter what you do, you know what I'm saying, whether you're pimping or whether you just promote big business, as TP said, man, you got to keep a name in the game and you have to build your brand. And he said, branding is simply that. You know what I'm saying? When you see that apple, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You know what I mean? When you say Apple, you know what it is. You know it's an Apple computer or it's an iPod. You know what I mean? You know their logo.
Since we got Dloc, you know what I'm saying, here as a guest, you know what I'm saying, you know, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, came into this pimping stuff, you know what I'm saying, we started off as gangsters, you know what I mean, drug dealers and things of that nature, you know what I mean, and since we got Dloc in here, you know what I'm saying, who was a certified gangster, you know what I'm saying, I can attest to that, you know what I mean, I wanted to, you know, share a quick story with y'all, you know what I'm saying, since we're talking about, you know, getting a name in the game, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, my name is TP, you know what I'm saying, today it's truth and power, you know what I'm saying, because of how I've grown over the years. But in the beginning, it was thug pimping, you know what I'm saying? And now, in pimping, there is no thugging. That shit is not allowed, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all, this is the Pimp College, so I'm going to teach y'all. A lot of y'all don't know why. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you young pimps who come in the game and say, yeah, man, I'm thugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling drugs, nigga. I'm busting heads, nigga. I'm killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever for my scratch or whatever. Cool, whatever. But in order to be accepted in a gentleman's game, you have to act like a gentleman. And these gentlemen who are making millions of dollars, these pimps, they don't have time to have that type of heat around them. You know what I mean? So it's not cool. It's not kosher. You won't get accepted, which is now today is the church. But back in the day used to be the track. You know what I mean? You had to go out on that track to get approval, and you had to carry yourself in a accordingly manner. You know what I'm saying? Which now, you know, that's kind of dried up, and you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, you know what I'm saying, making a name for yourself, you know what I'm saying, a person like me, you know, I was that person who turned from that gangster life and turned into pimping, and older pimps that was older than me noticed that I was a hell of a motherfucking pimp, but I was also a hell of a fucking thug. And because of that, they allowed me to still come around and hang because they knew they came from that same type of lifestyle and they eventually smoothed on out. You see, when you, experience goes a long way. Age don't matter, IQ don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's experience, you know what I'm saying? So those pimps that had experience, you know what I'm saying, they gave me a name, Thug Pimpin', because they knew that nigga's really pimping and one day he's going to get rid of this. So we're going to allow him, they're going to give him the little passes and stuff, you know, and allow him to do what he do and grow, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and these was reputable pimps, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they gave me that name Thug Pimpin', you know, and later on in life, you know, my game matured and I started traveling and going to different cities and stuff like that. And I didn't want to go on the blade and, you know, have people thinking, you know, I was gonna rob them or I was gonna draw heat by being a thug. So, you know, I had to get away from that and I changed it to truth and power. You know what I'm saying? Truth and power. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. And my brand, you know what I'm saying, from then on wasn't thug pimping no more. It was truth and power. So now when I speak to somebody, they expect to hear the truth and they're looking for the power. You know what I mean? You know, that's just a little, because we're talking about.
That was good shit, Pete.
You know, we're talking about, you know, branding and, you know, making a name for yourself. So ever since then, I went from thug pimping to truth and power. That's all I've given out. That's my whole aura. That's what I've been doing, you know, and it's transcended into, you know, truth and power. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, I recommend any of you young pimps out there, you know what I'm saying, that's banging and, you know, doing what you feel like you got to do. You know, I don't want you to say, hey, man, I want to pimp, you know what I mean, and I want to do this and I want to do that, but I want you to use pimply manners. You know what I'm saying? I want you to take a pimply approach towards things, and that's what Pimp Ken has created this college, you know what I'm saying, and brought me in, you know what I'm saying, to help, you know, where that gap is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Pimp Ken, you know what I'm saying, he's done it fine than anybody else with staying in tune and intact with the youth, you know what I'm saying, and also with the older pimps, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has done it better than him, you know what I mean? I'm here, you know what I'm saying, to bring the musical side of this, you know what I'm saying, and to show you, you know what I'm saying, a new millennium of this shit, you know what I'm saying, the newer age of it, you know what I'm saying. Pimp Ken has mastered it, you know what I'm saying, and he's put it in a perspective so that I can articulate it to you, you know what I'm saying, watching him over the years, you know what I'm saying, and his experience, you know what I'm saying, has taken us so far, you know what I'm saying, beyond, you know, anybody can imagine, man. Look at this, man, you know what I'm saying, Pimpin' is with Robert Pimpin's in the house now. It's a household name now because of, you know, Pimp Ken and Don Bishop and them. So, you know, anytime somebody's claiming pimping, man, you know what I'm saying, you have an obligation, you know what I'm saying, to keep it like that, man, to keep it pimping, man, and keep this shit pure. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a caveman. You know what I'm saying? I've been pimping 10 years, man. I just came from when the tracks ended. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the only one who still remembers. You know, I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? But people, there's only a few of us left. A lot of y'all new people in the game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Y'all don't understand the ground rules and the cores of where this shit came from because you didn't have to be out there in the jungle so you can hide in hotel rooms. You know what I'm saying? And make up all these fantasy rules about what is pimping and what's not. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the college is needed, man. So I need, you know what I'm saying, anybody who wants to be a real pimp, you know what I'm saying, he needs to come on over here, man, you know what I'm saying, and fuck with the cavemen and dinosaurs, you know what I'm saying, and learn the heritage, man, because if you don't know where you've been, you ain't gonna know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line.
And on that note, we're gonna let D-Lo say a few things to close out. You know what I'm saying, man? Have you learned? Listen to me, man. Look at me, man. I know you a gangster, man. We respect all that shit around here, man. You know, we've been penitentiary, man. We didn't pull all that shit too, man. Let me tell you this though, man. Have you learned anything from TP, the knowledge that we implemented today? I mean, can you take this back to Tulsa? You know what I'm saying? And look at the camera. I want you to look at the people at the camera. If you learned anything, I know people, they know you for being a high head. If you learned anything, can you tell the people what you learned today about branding and getting the name of the game? Look at the people. Give me all
I mean, shit, basically, yeah, I learned something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta, you know what I mean, be silky about the situation and everything you do, you know what I'm saying? Be smooth, you know what I'm saying? Have a nice approach to the situation. But, at the same time, the same thing that I stand by is I'm gonna keep it crippin', you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing that because it's in me. You know what I'm saying? Like he said about that pimping, you can't wear this shit like no t-shirt, man. It's either you is or you ain't. You know what I mean? Get in and get out, baby. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo coming real soon. That music is out there, baby. Fuck with it.
Okay, now, hopefully, man, you know what I'm saying? What I hope y'all understood or y'all learned today is that, you know, the purpose of, you know, Law 2 is that for you to get out there to promote yourself, market yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that game, that's fine. You know what I mean? You still got to promote yourself. Make sure you wear the best jewels. Make sure you know what I'm saying, if you're a Crip, make sure you know what I'm saying, you rep to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, that you don't cross your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Be that type of Crip that everybody respect. You know what I'm saying? They know your name and they respect you like they do D-Lo. You know what I'm saying? If you're a thug pimp, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you convert like my man, you know what I'm saying, TP did. He went from thug pimping to truth and power. You know what I'm saying? Now he's the truth. Now the man owns businesses. You know what I'm saying? He didn't tuck the negative shit that he learned in the street and turn it to something positive. And that's what this class is all about. These are my personal friends. These are guys, you know what I'm saying, that I talk to on the phone, that I disperse knowledge and wisdom to. And now we're dispersing that knowledge and wisdom to you. So please, please, go tell a friend about this pimp class. Tell people that, man, you are learning real knowledge. Not just about no pimping, but about business. You learning about branding. You learning about marketing. You know what I'm saying? It's corporate pimping going on right here. And on that note, man, we're going to let you go, man. Hey, man, this is pimpin.com. Make sure you go get the book. If you don't have the book, you can't learn the class without the book. Read chapter 2, get a name in the game. The 48 Laws of the Game. Make sure you log on there. Click that listen now or click that download now and get that Welcome to the World of Pimping. It's a great album. I listen to it. I personally endorse it. You know what I'm saying? And for all you people, okay, go now. I want to do something on your camera too.
Let me tell you one more thing before we go.
Don't put that.
Free my nigga Lil Phil. You know what I'm saying? Free my nigga Mike D. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Marco. My big bro. Marco Clark for you niggas that don't know. You know what I'm saying? Michael McClendon. Mike. R.I.P. bro. My nigga, all my niggas that's grooving in peace. My nigga 4 years. I love you, bro. It's on.